Hello, so this is going to be my 3D long bone model presentation, and I'm just going to hop right into it. So first things first, this part is the epiphysis, also this part as well, like the outer layers of the bone, or the outer region, sorry. And the central region right here would be the diaphysis of the long bone. And this outer layer right here, it's a bit squishy, and the reason for this is because I made the periosteum out of like this foamy paper texture material that I just found lying around in my home. And as you can see, if you get a closer look, it looks like paper towels. And how I did this, just to like add some texture to the model, is by combining water and glue together, dipping some paper towels into that mixture, and then coating the entire model with that. The next thing that we can see right here is this fiber, and it is actually called the perforating or Sharpie's fiber, and they are collagen fibers anchoring the periosteum to the underlying bone. I use like this sports headband, and the reason why I used it is because if you take a closer look, it almost has like this web-like feature to it, and that kind of reminded me of collagen, so that's why I use this. And additionally, this right here is a blood vessel, or blood vessels, and I just used this out of like this furry twine. I found it in my younger sister's playroom, so yeah. What we can see about the interiors of the bone are the two types of bone tissues, which are the spongy bone and the compact bone. I basically made the interior, or just like the compact bone, out of clay because clay is very easy to use and it's very malleable, so I was able to manipulate the whole shape of the bone. But going on, the compact bone is basically used to protect the organs, and it also provides for attachment points for muscles and tendons. And spongy bone, this is where your blood cell formation would occur. Next thing you would notice right here is your medullary cavity, which would hold your yellow bone marrow, which is basically made up of fat cells. And right here are your osteomes, or your osteone system, like these little spindle fibrous, like they kind of look like spindles in a way. I am going to be going into a close-up of that right here. So first things first, I wanted to talk about this hollow entryway. We call that the Haversian canal. It's basically storing like your nerves, your blood vessels, like your vein and your arteries. And I'm not sure if I am able to close up, but if you can see, there are these little black dots, and what those black dots represent is the lacunae in which they hold osteocytes. I wasn't able to draw the osteocytes because, again, they're just that small, but basically the ladder of what holds all of this would be the lamellae. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but these little tinier gray spindles that are like stretching outwards from the lacunae, those are called canaliculi. So what is contained inside the osteocytes are what is called osteoclasts and osteoblasts. Osteoblasts degrade the bone during the bone remodeling process, and what they do is they basically secrete an acid that mingles with the bone matrix, and it breaks that down. Now afterwards they self-destruct and the osteoblasts take over, and these cells are responsible for forming the new bone, and this is how the bone remodeling process works. I forgot to include this earlier, but there is something within the medullary cavity, and it is called endosteum, and it's basically a thin vascular membrane that basically lines the surface of the bony tissue that forms, again, the medullary cavity. So this is the overview of the entire bone, and yeah, that is my 3D long bone model. Thank you for watching!